Herzlich willkommen. Wir nehmen heute Pillars of Eternity 2 auf, fangen damit an. Ich habe mir überlegt, ob ich noch den ersten Teil machen werde. Ich denke, der wird auch noch irgendwann kommen. Aber wenn ihr ab und an bei mir reinschaut, habt ihr ja bemerkt, dass ich ab und an weniger Zeit habe, beziehungsweise auch ab und an weniger Lust habe, bestimmte Sachen aufzunehmen oder zu streamen. Und entsprechend werde ich das Projekt hier, wie auch einige andere, im Hintergrund laufen lassen. Bedeutet, ich werde da dann erst Videos öffentlich stellen, sobald ich dann da auch ein gutes Stück weitergekommen bin, beziehungsweise sagen kann, dass ich kurz vorm Ende bin. Und ich spiele noch über einen Laptop, deswegen wundert euch bitte nicht, wenn ich dann gleich so gucke. Ich habe nämlich meinen Laptop hier auf der linken Seite und spiele hier über den großen Bildschirm. Und entsprechend werde ich dann eben nicht die ganze Zeit so gucken, weil ich ja auch lesen möchte, was passiert. Und beim zweiten Teil habe ich mich dazu entschieden, das Ganze auf normal zu spielen. Also ich spiele und macht dann nur den Spaß. Darauf folgende Schwierigkeitsstufe. Da müsste man doppelt so viel Zeit rechnen, wenn man so wie ich spielt, also immer mit sehr vielen Pausen dazwischen. Und entsprechend, damit das Ganze auch vorgeht, weil es auch eine geile Geschichte ist und trotzdem anspruchsvolle Kämpfe, werden wir auch normal spielen für Leute, die da keine Erfahrung haben, beziehungsweise Testfallen und zwar jetzt nicht unbedingt auf eine Schwierigkeitsstufe über normal spielen, spielt das auch normal maximal schwer und für alle, die keine Erfahrung haben, maximal normal. Ich hoffe, ich habe es jetzt richtig hinbekommen. Ja, schwer ist noch meine Freistellung. Boden freizuschalten, wenn ihr Errungenschaften wählt. Okay, da habe ich die Hilfe. Auf normal. Ich spiele auch schwer. Aggressive Taktiken, fertig die verzwicktesten AI-Taktiken ist noch für Spieler gedacht, die die schwierigsten Herausforderungen zu schätzen wissen. Wir wissen ja alle zu schätzen. Ich denke mal für den Spieler oder gerade so ein Ratschlag nicht.
Aora, a world where mortals live, die, and are reborn through the turning of the wheel. The cycle of reincarnation watched over by the gods, and made possible through pillars of a mystical substance known as Audra. 5 years ago, you traveled from your home to the Deerwood, a nation that had waged war against the incarnated god of light, Aethys, resulting in his destruction. The country suffered from a plague of hollowborn, infants born without souls, that many believed was punishment for killing a god. In an ancient, secluded ruin, you witnessed a secret ritual that inadvertently transformed you into a watcher, one who can see and speak with souls. The ritual also gave you horrible visions, waking nightmares of a past life that threatened your sanity. To put them to rest, you pursued the man who had led the ritual, a seemingly immortal agent of the gods, known as Theos Ix Arcanon. With divine assistance, you confronted and defeated Theos, ending your visions and resolving the Hollowborn crisis. In so doing, you also learned the great secret that Theos had protected. That the ancient empire of Anguith had transformed themselves into gods. Your visions finally put to rest, you retired to the castle of Cadnua, built atop a massive statue of pure Audra, where you ruled in relative peace and prosperity.
Das Ganze war jetzt die Vorgeschichte vom ersten Pillars of Eternity. Und Gott, ich glaube, ich muss doch auch den ersten Teil.
Made a nice story. You fixing up that old keep? Lifting the curse? Must have told it 100 times. But something got to gnawing at me. Thinking the spirits there weren't really at rest. That maybe the gods weren't finished with us. I used to dream that when my God came back, he would forgive us. Last the trouble with dreams. Sooner or later, we all have to wake up.
And so you wake to a sleepless world, the in-between of life and death. Follow your memories. You have been here before.
Ich weiß selber noch nicht ganz genau, wie ich das jetzt auch bei diesen Aufnahmen bei anderen Games machen werde. Nur sagt mir mal, wie ihr das finden würdet. Was wäre besser? Entweder die Stimme komplett aus und es geht alles vor, oder wenn in Englisch, Deutsch irgendetwas gesprochen wird, dass ich das Ganze laufen und nur, wenn eben es notwendig ist, dass gelesen wird, dass ich es auch lese. Also ich würde mich echt freuen, wenn ihr da ein kleines Feedback geben würdet.
You have seen past the shroud. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
A watcher sees souls, knows their pasts, and the souls see them back.
A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed.
Aber Folge aufzunehmen.
What is a god? A higher power? A rewarder of good deeds and punisher of the wicked?
The gods aren't real, but something else entirely. Something created by people.
And did you ever consider that these were things you were never meant to understand? That their comprehension is beyond you?
Let the world see. Let them decide what to do.
The wheel has turned again, Watcher. Come.
An aged dwarf shares this strange floating platform with you. His face is creased by so many wrinkles that his features lie buried amid shadowy pockets of skin. Still, the dwarf's well-practiced habits have left telltale tracks of a welcoming rictus across his visage. You can see his smile coming before it blooms, reshaping the dwarf's face from a hanging sack of flesh into something resembling an oddly carved, merry gourd, replete with unhealthy bumps and discolored splotches.
Sit, please.
Teilweise nicht ganz so gut ankam. Nur es hat mir gefallen. Und dann dachte ich mir, oh, das hole ich mir. Ich fand es dann so gut, dass ich mir den ersten Teil geholt habe.
Thank you for joining us, Watcher of Cadnua.
The gaunt woman seated at the table is clad in time-worn black armor that seems too massive for her to move in.
Hab mir dann den ersten Teil geholt auf Rock, weil der da extrem günstig gewesen ist. Und dann kurz darauf hat Epic das Ganze nur verschenkt und ich habe mich geärgert, verdammt danke. Ich weiß nicht, wie es nicht dasselbe und dass da viele Sachen noch fehlen. Naja, also ein 10-Jahresplan oder was sie da aufgestellt haben, was erst dann kommt, 2040, 2050 Mai. Und ich habe keinen Bock darauf zu warten, da bin ich halt im Grau, wenn es dann irgendwie halbwegs ansehnlich ist. Aber jetzt spielen wir. Die hagere, am Tisch sitzende Frau ist mit einer im Laufe der Zeit abgenutzten schwarzen Rüstung bekleidet, die zu groß erscheint, als sie sich darin bewegt.
A pale, slender neck rises from the gorget, topped by a hollow face. The milky skin stretched across it is delicate and translucent, like parchment that has been scraped clean too many times. She is preoccupied with the arrangement of cards on the table between you. With each movement, her armor squeaks and groans as though bearing an incredible weight. She places a final card, gives a nod of satisfaction, and raises her eyes to meet yours.
Your brush with the divine has drained you of your powers, fractured your memories. Look upon these cards. They represent the courses of your life. You alone know best how they flowed. Arrange them to fit what you remember.
Das ist jetzt die Frage. Ich glaube, ich habe bei mir alles schlecht gewählt. Oh, fuck. Jetzt die Frage, wie habe ich davor gespielt? Ja, dunkle Zeiten. Ich bin sofort wieder bei euch. Nettes Mann. Geheime Verwahrer klingt ganz nett. Du hast ein Pillars of Eternity Rundbrand zugesichert, die Seelen der Huldenborn zu zerstören, aber letztendlich hast du die Vodika übergeben. Du hast geholfen, die Geheimnisse der Götter und deiner Heimat zu bewahren.
Does everything appear to be in order? Good. Welcome to the Beyond. I am Barath. One half, anyway.
She points a finger in the direction of the dwarf who led you here. Though the movement is slight, her gauntlet squeaks like a rusty hinge. The dwarf's rictus returns as he nods in the woman's direction.
Tell me, do you remember when we last met?
Yep, in der Sternhalle ins Willens.
You came to that tower seeking our aid. You prayed for help in reaching Theos, beyond the Court of Penitence, but would not pledge yourself to me. Still, a pledge unmade stands fairer in this court than a pledge broken.
She places a card in the middle of the arrangement. A bell tower with no bell. Her fingertips slowly drag away from the card, faintly creaking as they retreat across the table.
You had need of the gods once before. Now it seems we have need of you. The being that occupied Odnua's statue beneath your castle was the dead god, Aothus. Of this we are certain. What we do not know is what his intentions are. Though Aothus stole a large fragment of your soul, you were strong enough to survive the onslaught and enter the in-between. You and he are still connected. He has chosen a body made of living Audra, perfused with the power of thousands of souls, including yours. It should be little difficulty for an experienced watcher to find him. You have a choice, Watcher. Your soul has wandered into the beyond. Your options are to serve me in pursuit of Aothus, or to accept death and be returned to the wheel.
With the last word, her features darken, the sockets of her eyes going black, her cheeks becoming so translucent that her teeth glow through the skin. She casually tosses a card on the table. It lands crookedly in front of you. The illustration features a great wooden wheel. Some souls cling to the spokes, others are grabbing hold. Still others are letting go of the wheel and floating in every direction.
Ist egal wie viel du... Das hatte ich schon mal gemacht. Ich glaube, da bin ich dann gestorben und das Spiel war vorbei oder so. Oh Gott. Nun, ich möchte den Sieger finden, wie du finden. Er hat meine Burg zerstört und wer weiß, wie viele Menschen das
I know. It is my business to know. 322 in Cadnua and your surrounding lands. Their souls remain in Aothus still. You have the power to save them. Serve me and I will return you to your body. Or don't, and return to the wheel.
Ja, ich sagte, da kann man sterben. Dann bringen wir
Good. Before you return to Aora as my herald, you must remember who you were, the last whisper of life in death.
For a moment, the sockets of her eyes darken, leaving the pits of a death's head gazing out at you.
When you can picture your own face, the beyond will lead you back to your own kind, to the world of mortals.
Waldläufer habe ich bei meinem Spielstand gemacht. Ähnlich. Ja, und dann eine Elfe. Das wär's dann. Kommt das eine hübsche Elfe.
Sorry, but you... For the Everlight! I've got an arrow. I won't let you down.
Send no prisoners!
I guess this is it.
Da verändert sich doch fast gar nichts. Ja, okay.
Go forth now, Watcher, as my herald. Know that I do not give you this title lightly. When the time comes, you will have the power to reveal the souls that cling to you, to open the gateway from the in-between to the waking world. Find Aethys. Learn his plans. When I have cause to talk to you, I will summon you.
With a quick gesture of her hand, you feel a sharp pain in what would be your chest. The pain continues, intruding deeper into your soul. Looking down, you see a small lump of darkness roiling within you. The darkness lingers there, but the pain abates and fades entirely within the span of a few seconds.
A chime. Do not fear, Herald. It will not harm you unless you choose to cross me. I trust it will not come to that.
Her gauntleted hand gestures to the dwarf, hovering nearby. The dwarf nods, contorts his face with his odd smile, and gestures to a new door.
Ich spiele dazu noch Pathfinder 1. Stelle gehabt, habe es dann auch endlich geschafft nach 5 Stunden oder was weiß ich. Und wegen einem Speicherstand, was ich verpeilt hatte, habe ich dann
The return to your body feels like waking after a fitful drunken sleep. The rocking of the ship sends pain jolting through your limbs. Crashing waves hammer inside your skull.
Und das hat mich geärgert.
Adair watches over your body with a glazed look, taking long, even tokes from his pipe. At the first movement of your chest, he starts. His gasp, mid-puff, sends him coughing and straining for breath.
No, there's no way. You're awake. What are you doing awake? How are you feeling? Alive's a big improvement.
I hate to cast a pall over your recovery, but I'm afraid I have some bad news for you.
The voice echoes from inside the bust. The remains of the steward of Cad Nua.
Cad Nua has been destroyed. Aethys possessed the statue of Maros Nua and rose from the ground, consuming the souls of all nearby. It is only by the exceptional strength of your soul that you survived. And even then, just barely. The further Aethys withdrew, the weaker you became. We chartered this ship and followed him to the Deadfire archipelago. I know not how, but it seems he has retained a piece of your soul, and proximity to it has brought you back.
How did you know all that? You've been faking on us.
He pokes at your shoulder with one finger.
Misfortune's brewing topside. We... Migrants fires the captain stirs.
An older man with ale-sour breath rubs his bloodshot eyes and stares at you.
Engrim, the smell of drink on your breath could wake the very dead. Now what's this about?
Pirates. They're demanding parley with you, Captain.
I know this is asking a lot, but you better arm yourself and get on deck. Should be some gear in there.
He indicates a nearby wardrobe.
All right, now make some use of it.
The pirates of Deadfire are notorious. I suggest you deal with them quickly.
Der erste Kampf. Genau, es ist Sonntag, der 18.06.
Well, what have we here? A little sloop? Lost and alone in the storm?
Ein Unwiderstehlicher, brutal aussehender Kettenfisch samt Kalasch. Muss sein Arbeiten.
I'll be taking your ship now, if you don't mind. And especially if you do.
Well, at least he asked.
I am a gentleman of fortune. Give her up easy, and I'll see you get a swift death. It'll be bloody and agonizing, sure. But at least it'll be quick.
And then he's going to wear his breeches on his head and dance for us? Did I hear that right?
Ich hoffe, euch hat die Folge gefallen. Wenn ja, lasst einen Daumen da und gerne verpasst da keine weiteren Folgen. Und ich würde mich freuen, wenn ihr wieder einschaltet und beim nächsten Mal dabei seid. Bis dahin. Ciao, ciao.